Thank you, Bailey. Oh, yo, we're doing this right now, and then we'll catch up on the story. We're doing the fucking tier list. We're doing the fucking tier list. Yo, let's get some pogs for Bailey. My buddy Jeff, who literally I used to go outside. We grew up together. We were best buds since kindergarten, man. We were literally best buds all the way back since kindergarten, and he's the one who got me into Warhammer the first time. He got me into WoW. I got him into City of Heroes, and then his mom played WoW, and she was like, y'all a bunch of idiots. Time to play the big boy shit. And then I fucking was like, no, you're wrong. I was like, you're wrong. It's the best game ever. City of Heroes is so cool because you're literally a superhero, and you can fly. And then when you fly, you can go really fast. And then you can hover, and you'll hit things really hard. And I literally was just like fucking obsessed with City of Heroes. And started playing World of Warcraft, and then we started selling accounts in World of Warcraft, hypothetically. And we had a waypoint grinder, and I had a laptop at the time, and it would sit, and it would just go waypoint to waypoint. And I remember seeing a Warlock for the first time, hypothetically, doing its little waypoint around Westfall, hypothetically. And when it was doing that, it was picking up steam, bro. And it looks like here, wait, let me send one more important. I'll send this work text message. KK, I got you tomorrow. I got my dude. I got you tomorrow. I have some stuff in the hopper. I'm texting my boss. Stuff in the hopper. Because I did some work today, baby. I love my boss, bro. I fucking love my boss. He's cool as fuck. You guys will probably meet him. I actually think, no, me is the other boss. I have two bosses, man. I have two bosses. My boss is a fucking gamer, bro. He's a fucking gamer. He's a cool ass dude. He will be on stream because he's gonna be fucking content, bro. He's going to be content. I thought you were a streamer. Nah, dude. I haven't streamed in like mad long. I got a job. Asmon's not my fucking boss, bro. Asmon's not my fucking boss. Not even fucking close. Dude, how crazy was it playing games with Mia? She's like making fun of me and shit. And I was like, oh my God. She's kind of like a hot Asmon. Except for one thing. There's one difference between her and Asmon. She's a little bit better at games. Yeah, she's a little bit better at games than him. That makes sense. Sorry, I just had to send that one more text message. But yeah, so I had that waypoint grinder, right? And I looked at the Warlock, and it started casting like Drain Soul and like the old Drain Soul, where it was just like a pink beam. It had the blue beams, the green beams, and pink beams. You feel me? And I was like, damn, that looks really cool. I'm gonna start playing. And I started playing. My Warlock's name was Loves to Spoon. Never looked back. Never looked back. Stopped playing City Heroes. I played WoW every single fucking day. Leveled up Loves to Spoon. Started parsing. Good fucking times, man. Good fucking times. But, yo, let's do this tier list. Let's do it in chronological order. We'll put them on the list once we do it, and then we'll reorder them after we watch all of them. How's that sound? So we're going to start off with the original, where it all started. The classic WoW trailer. Wait, Mia's not here. The camera can be way smaller.
4 years have passed since the mortal races banded together and stood united against the might of the Burning Legion. Though Azeroth was saved, the tenuous pact between the Horde and the Alliance has all but evaporated. The drums of war thunder once again.
Dude, I still always make dwarf hunters because of this too. Do it, lady. Do it, lady. Yeah. That's the coolest part. Oh, it's a bad guy. Horde is bad. Damn, that looks like my one friend, huh? Salt Bay, baby. Fuck, I want to play classic now. This part's so hype. It's S tier. I mean, it is S tier. Like, dude, that is actually the fucking thing. I'm gonna say one thing right now. There's a weird thing that we kind of have to think about. The truth of the matter is, they are all basically S tier, like the good ones. So I'm gonna have to move some of them down to not be S tier that actually are. Like, you kind of have to move them out of S tier because they are S tier. We're comparing the S tier. Besides, like, this fucking shit. Like, oh my God. I don't even know if that's the right one, but we're going to leave that down there for now. But that is fucking incredible. That is literally, to this day, there will not be many cinematics that ever go toe-to-toe with that. There are not many games that have had cinematics at that level. I'm going to take one quick aside to say one of the cinematics was not actually a full cinematic, but it was an advertisement that still in my mind lives rent-free as one of the best video game promotions of all time. Bro, who remembers this one? This shit was crazy, bro. This shit was nuts. This is one of the greatest of all time. I remember going to school, like, singing this song and, like, hoping no one heard me because I was like, dude, you know when you're a kid and, like, you think you know what sadness is? And, like, you're singing this song and you think you understand? You have to get, like, a job. You're like, what the fuck is I bitching about, man? Damn, that shit was crazy as a kid when that topped out. I just wanted to throw that in there. That has stuck in my head. And you know the other one that's actually stuck in my head? And this one's a little bit more obscure. But I remember as a kid, this made me buy the thing. Like, this made me buy the game. Rated T for teen. This made me buy the shit. This game was fucking sick. Do you guys remember this one? Lost Odyssey, yeah. They've never ported this off of the Xbox 360. This game, like, I want to replay this game so bad because I don't remember everything about it. Expedition 3 was very similar. So I saw that Expedition 3 had, like, a system which was similar to the ring system in this. Expedition 33. I think I'm gonna play Expedition 33 solo without Mia. I think everything else I'm gonna play with her, but I think Expedition 33 is gonna be a me thing. I feel like I'll be more focused and in the zone that way. Go on, mouse. You haven't played Expedition 33? I kind of felt like I would come back to streaming eventually by the time it came out. Like I was thinking about it. Like I had officially started to miss it. So I was like, you know what? I'll save this one just in case. All right, next one. Rich built a goated backlog. Like, actually, dude. It's so good.
Imprisoned for 10,000 years. Banished from my own homeland. And now you dare enter my realm. You are not prepared.
Dude, I am that soy fucking like Disney adult watching Star Wars, like just like but this deserves it. Dude, I still always play a Draenei Shaman because of this shit. Or sorry, Paladin. Of course I play Draenei Shaman. I'm not a fucking bad guy. I don't play Horde. This is literally Mia every single time I don't do my chores. Suction! Dude, Draenei are so fucking sick, man. It's so good. This is one of the first times where WoW really started to like include humor, and it all hit in a cinematic. I feel like the other cinematic that had a lot of humor mixed in was obviously the Mists of Pandaria one. Not prepared. That's S tier. That's clearly S tier. I mean, here's the thing. People still say that. People literally still say that. Like, it is so S tier. It's actually just, wait, fuck. Wrong one. Okay, these are not actually there yet, okay? That's S tier. Dude, you know what's crazy? It actually might be better than the original one. Karn, thank you so much for the 5 months. Dude, okay, one person said nah. 2 people said nah. Nah. Nah, you're nah. I'm gonna double negative you. Nah. And then I whip. Nay, my friend, nay. You're right for once, Rich. Yo, mod that guy. I love a good backhanded compliment. Yo, Rich, you look great for a bald guy. I think it's actually better. The thing is it feels slightly disrespectful because this started it all. But I actually think that this one might be the better trailer. We're just rating the trailers, by the way. This has nothing to do with gameplay. This is 100% based off the trailer. I think I'm putting it above. They're both very much S tier. Dude. Do we watch the really good one right now? Or do we like fucking suffer an Anduin cinematic right now? Do we do the good one, or do we withhold gratification and end with an S tier one? I think we just do we do it. We're doing it in order. I should have done it in reverse order. I am so stupid because now we gotta watch the fucking dog shit ones, man. Oh, F, bro. Restart. Reverse. Hands on your knees.
My son, the day you were born, the very forests of Lordaeron whispered the name.
Man, I'm just gonna say, fuck, if I cry, that means I've cried every single stream, so I'm gonna try not to cry right now. This shit always reminds me of my dad, even before he fucking passed away. I'm sure I've probably told you guys this story a million fucking times, but this is the first thing that pops in my head when this shit came on, bro. I'll never forget the night that I went to get like the physical CD for Wrath, the collector's edition. I went with the Jeff who I mentioned earlier and my other buddy Jeff. And we waited in line at GameStop. My dad took us, and we dropped everybody off at home. And I sat down, and I started loading the game. And my dad sat next to me while the game was loading and just asked me questions about WoW. Because he knew how excited I fucking was. And we talked about it. And we just talked. Late in the night, my dad stayed up with me, and we talked about the game. And he listened to every single thing I said. And it was awesome. And then he goes, huh. A little sniffles I hear, man. You're not sounding too good, man. You should skip school tomorrow and get healthy. I'll never fucking forget that shit, man. That's one of the best memories I have, dude. That's literally one of the best memories I fucking have, man. It's literally, I will always fucking have that. And you know, there've been some times where I shit on WoW and stuff like that. But I have so many good memories tied to not just the game, but the people I met in the game and like my family and like the people around me. I'll never fucking forget that shit.
Arthas.
Chills? Yo, actual chills though, no bat chest. Chills, hold the bat chest. Take me fucking back.
My child, I watched with pride as you grew into a weapon.
Man, I'm such a bitch, bro.
Remember, our line has always ruled with wisdom and strength. And I know you will show restraint when exercising your great power.
Now you show restraint, he easily could have summoned two.
truest victory, my son, is stirring the hearts of your people. I tell you this, for when my days have come to an end, you shall be king.
It's the best one. It's the fucking best one. To me, personally, it's the best one. It's literally the best one. I don't think anything is beating that. Holy fuck. It is so fucking good, bro. S. And then it was fucking Cataclysm, huh? Dude, I swear the way that we could do the cinematic tier list that we were stuck in right when the game died. Do you guys want to do it from the beginning? Here's the only issue. Who sent me that tier list? I think Bai Lee did. Tier list, WoW expansions. I found it. Oh my god, look. Ladies and gentlemen, it is literally in the same place that it was, too. That is fucking sick. Is this Ion 2? Yeah, dude. Yeah. I guess we can go in reverse order now. Dude, actually, let's go in reverse order. We'll end with the good ones. We'll watch the novel video. We'll level up for a little bit. Maybe we'll do some endgame in beta as well. And then we'll get Invincible. Tonight's the night. How's that sound? How's that sound, ladies and gentlemen? How does that sound? How you like them apples? All right, let's do YouTube. So the most recent one. Wait, does this not have? This doesn't have midnight, huh? This is what's it called? This is what's it called? The War Within, right? So let's really quickly do The War Within, and then we'll watch Midnight at the end. I think it's the worst one, but The War Within cinematic. That Legion one's not there because I think it's bad, by the way. Synergy. It's because I can't remove it. We didn't place Legion yet. Looks like a pussy-ass bitch pop singer, man. Dude, we're 1 minute in. We are 1 minute in to this cinematic. How lame is that shit? Nobody gives a fuck. The thing is no noob, like nobody who's like not played WoW is gonna give a fuck, right? They're not gonna be interested by cinematic soy boy. Like, I'd rather have a fucking cinematic of NMP in his fucking kitchen going than this fucking shit. This is the fucking lamest ass fucking shit. It's just a lame fucking boy with a cool looking son for 2 seconds, and then you've told me his name. I don't care about the world soul whispering to. This is fucking dog shit. So we have 1 minute that you could easily cut out. Think about the fucking hype fucking shit. Instantly, that fucking dwarf overlooking Ironforge. You're building the fucking world. This is the world soul calling to him. If I don't know anything about the fucking game, I don't know what this is. I literally don't know. Rich, did you play Elden Ring? Not yet. Me and I are going to do a co-op stream on stream eventually. I don't know when, but I'm very, very much looking forward to it. This was well received. I don't care if it was well received. The first minute, I don't think I've watched this yet. I was busy being a normie. I don't think I've seen this yet. It is 5 minutes long. How long are the original ones? They might just be shorter too, so they feel like they have like more time. Wait, let's see. Classic WoW trailer. How actually long was it? They were 3 minutes long, so it's 2 minutes longer. So this self-masturbation at the beginning of the movie that probably cost millions and millions of dollars that came from our sub money, they still have enough time to make an epic trailer, right? But all I'm saying is at the beginning of those other ones, yeah, I was a normie, bro. I was a normie. So like with that, I actually didn't watch these trailers because I didn't care because I was out just like, I have a girlfriend. I don't know if I told you that. So like I had a girlfriend, so I hung out with her. So I didn't have to look at like new video games coming out. It was only well received because Chris Metzen announced it. Brother, thank you for giving that sub to, is that, oh, to Pika, the fucking legend, the man, the myth, the legend.
You're here to tell me we don't get to hide. Is that it?
You needed time. We stayed away. But time by itself heals nothing.
No, I'm only gay for pay.
You didn't just come here for me. It's the visions. You've seen them.
I suspect.
I feel like I've seen this shot before. I feel like it's a copy of something. I feel like I've seen it. It just looks so familiar to me. I don't know where exactly I've seen it.
Many have lately. Something, someone, is calling out from the heart of the world. Like a voice from a dream.
His shoulders look weird. I get that they were going for it, but it just doesn't seem quite right.
The world needs your light again.
It's so cringe.
My son.
I'm not that person anymore. I have no light.
They really try to push Anduin on us. This is cringe.
Not after what I've done.
Like, they can't write an interesting character for shit. They try to hit us with, like, remember, like, moments. Like, the memberberry shit. Everything looks slightly off. Two characters that I'm supposed to care about that they've ruined at this point.
Not your past, Anduin. I trust you.
Isn't Anduin in the war with him for like 5 minutes?
Hear me.
They're getting worse.
Take my big gay green hand.
Look.
Hollowfall? Yeah, but then he gets outdone by the lady with like
Of course
No
I will.
legs and like one arm or whatever.
But we were drawn here by the voice. Who is it?
Hear, feel,
Who's
think.
calling out to us?
Damn, dude, it's been a minute.
I'm not sure yet.
It's been a minute. That brought me back. I did not remember hear, feel, think until you said that.
That sword was aimed at someone.
What sword? Dude, Disney level dialogue. That is actually extremely bad Omega Lol. The Legion one, by the way, I haven't actually rated yet. I just, once you grab something, oh, never mind. I'm an idiot. Okay. Extremely bad. Now Midnight, I don't have anything for Midnight. I don't think I started watching Midnights and it was so bad I didn't finish it. So we can include them in the same one. I'll watch Midnights right now. This is ass. Like, this is actually ass. I don't care about the characters anymore because they ruined them in the game. Anybody who isn't watching isn't going to get pulled in. Also, the thing that was so incredible about World of Warcraft, and this is my opinion, I'm going to give you a little bit of a tangent real quick. So, I was working with a company about 6 months ago or something like that. And really cool experience that I had is I actually got to meet the guy who wrote and created the Marlboro Man. And he wrote all the advertisements for Marlboro. And he came up with the idea of the Marlboro Man I guess it would be Philip Moore, or yeah, whatever. Doesn't matter. So this guy made the Marlboro Man. And he was talking to me about the Marlboro Man and why the Marlboro Man was so successful. And he was like, because the Marlboro Man doesn't really say that much. What he does is he is a tabula rasa that stands in front of the viewer and smokes a cigarette and looks kind of cool. And you go, oh my God, I can be that guy. When you look at the classic WoW trailer, I wanted to be these characters. War, really cool. I wanted to be this dwarf. I wanted to be this druid. I wanted to be this character. I wanted to live here. It didn't matter if you had played the game before. It didn't matter who you were. You saw it and you wanted to be in that world. And they built the world. They were in all these different places that you did get to explore. And you are a dwarf. Okay, mod that guy. But that was the thing. Like, when I made my hunter, it was a dwarf hunter because I wanted to be that. And then I explored the world. When I made my fucking druid, I thought about that night elf. When I look at this shit, I don't care. Like, it's cringe. They can't even write a fucking story anymore. Anduin fucking sucks. This whole thing sucked. I won't remember a single thing about this. Like, the whole reveal of the sword and all this stuff, like, all of these things are things that happened so long ago in the game, and maybe they're cool shots, but they're, like, trying to pull on, like, these memories and stuff. And if you rearrange this, and it started on the sword, right? And it panned out, and the whispering gets louder and louder, louder and louder. And Anduin's eyes open up, and then he goes, like, that sword was pointed at someone. The War Within. Bro, bang, cinema. Bang, bro. I literally fixed the whole shit in 5 minutes. Pay me, Blizzard. Pay me, dude. Yeah, that shit sucks. Cinematic. Now we gotta see, what's it called? What's this shit called? Nobody's gonna play Midnight. Apparently I did finish watching the whole thing, and I don't actually even remember, because that's completed.
The light flows through me, and by its grace am I made one with all that is sacred. The light guides my steps and illuminates my path. The light flows through me, and by its grace am I made one with all that is sacred. The light
Leandrin, It has begun. I need you with me on the wall.
Why does it look like that?
Gorthamar, the void will envelop us soon. Only the light can save us now.
No. The time for prayer has passed.
The Sunwell will not fall. Not while I draw breath.
I am slightly more interested at this point than I was with the last one. But it looks so weird.
Little elves.
Like these Sindori fillers are weird as fuck, bro.
I can see you grow weary. How much longer can you hold out? Flee and save yourselves.
Liadrin, don't.
Light be with you.
You see? She understands it's hopeless. Soon, you all will.
The light guides my steps and illuminates my path. The light flows
They're
through
making
me and finds grace
cinematics
in my
more
make
realistic and the game more cartoonish.
The light guides my
This
steps
is-
and illuminates my path. The light flows
This is
through
so cringe. Why exactly is the Sunwell important? I don't know why yet.
that I am unworthy.
I think Xalatath wants it. Because it would be more powerful for Xalatath, which can make sense.
Deserve your help. But I know my people do.
Cringe ass slow-mo.
Give them
Bro, that shot actually did look like AI. Like this does look like I could make Grok make this. Like if you gave me 5 minutes, I could get this screenshot out of Grok and I could probably have an orgasm. Like I could literally I could get like 18 like still like, you know what I mean? Like Grok could be like just like giving me a full JOI and generate this image in 5 minutes.
Do. Please give them strength.
I admire your spirit, but that will not save you. Soon, I will break your world.
You can't even break one elf.
Like they're trying so hard to have these badass lines. You can't even break one elf. You are not prepared. Not even fucking close. It's like, it's not even fucking close. They look worse the more I look, the worse it gets. I do agree. Can you pause on the blue woman, please? Jesus Christ, bro. Here's the deal, man. That part was sick, though. I don't think it really is, because the thing is like the more you think about this trailer, the worse it actually is. The ultimate bad guy has already made it to the Sunwell. Like, it doesn't make sense. This person's already where they need to be. If she's actually so powerful, she should be able to take the Sunwell right now, and the expansion's over. It's woke? Wait, you think that the problem with this trailer is that it's woke? It's slop. There's a difference. She's a shit villain. She's a mustache twirler.
Comes to devour everything. And when it is finished, there will be no more light.
All right.
Without
Here's what I'll say, bro. You can't just say like woke people are making it, therefore it's bad. I'm gonna use an example. Hank Green is woke. He makes good YouTube videos still. Every now and then, he starts saying a bunch of shit I don't agree with, but he actually makes a YouTube video so good that I'll actually keep listening to it, right? So I'll actually listen to his opinion because his YouTube videos are so good. Mike Moraheim was a pretty fucking woke dude at all points of his career. He was pretty fucking woke before people said woke, and he made WoW, and he made it good. Now, did he put as many of, like, were all of those ideas going into the game, no. I think that there are a lot of things that are pushed into games now and pushed into like the media that are political, and they're like, why it's stupid, and that does ruin shit. That's not what ruined this. This is like, it doesn't matter what someone's belief is, what they look like, anything like that. This is dog shit, and whatever made this made something that's dog shit. Can we just agree on that? Did he get hired because of his opinions? I actually think that even if people, like, I think the biggest issue with Blizzard hiring was the Peter principle. Like, people got, like, they literally, like, if you drank the Kool-Aid and you were part of like the Blizzard thing and you were just like a janitor and you were just like, oh man, this is sick, everything that we do is awesome, yeah, fucking everything at Blizzard's great, then you're like a game director with no training in like 3 years. That's literally just like, that's the issue. Blizzard's like kind of a cult in a way. That's my opinion, right? Like, that's my opinion of what happened. I don't know about, like, you know, you guys bringing in identity politics and shit like that. I don't fucking know, man. I don't know. I don't think that that's like, I don't think that that's a thing. I don't think that that's a thing at all. I mean, it could be. I've never noticed it being a thing, right? But also, like, I do think that, like, if you're talking about just, like, peak performance, like, never mind. I'm gonna get banned for that joke.
Your aid. We will.
It was a good one. I'm gonna tell Asmon later.
I beg you. Help us.
Dude, I've missed you, Viva. It's so fucking bad. Oh my god, this is so gay. Yeah, wow, whoa. Oh, yippee. I'm just imagining a fat dude with a lanyard crying at BlizzCon. Oh, yeah. Oh, give me the more. Give me more of this slop. Give me more. Give me more. I love you, Blizzard. Dude, what a fucking dog shit cinematic, bro. They can't even make a 6-second video anymore, let alone a fucking game, bro. I love this song. I remember this song. I played this song when I was 8 years old. Jesus fucking Christ. Like, okay, we can leave both of them in the extremely bad Omega Lol. Holy fuck, that is fucking bad. That is the worst. I don't know which one's worse. I don't know which one's worse. They are both so fucking bad. They are so fucking bad, man. Dragonflight is the worst? You know what's crazy? I don't remember Dragonflight. And I know I watched the Dragonflight one. I know that I watched the Dragonflight one, but I can't remember it. Like, right now, going through these, I remember the BFA one, because I saw it the day before BlizzCon. They showed it to me, and I lost my shit. I refused to watch it. I was working at Blizzard at the time, during BFA, and I didn't watch it in the show and tell, and I refused to watch it because I didn't want to see it until BlizzCon. And then I was with Asmon. Who else was I with? Dude, I was with Asmon and Hotted. We did Allcraft the year that BFA got announced. So then they pulled me, Asmon, and Hotted aside, and they were like, you cannot tell anyone that you fucking saw this. And then we watched it, and Asmon was like, what? And he were like fucking ran around the hotel lobby. He ran around the Hilton lobby. Just fucking ran around in a circle in the Hilton lobby. And he was wearing a fucking, I remember the first thing he said, he's like, you like my mog, dude? He was wearing a pair of Mario pajama bottoms, like long Mario pajama pants, with a pair of gym shorts over them. And he ran around the Hilton lobby while holding his cup filled with Dr. Pepper. Yeah, he literally walked up to me, he's like, you like my mog, dude? And he was just fucking, yeah, it was the most Asmod fit. Yeah, dude. And when we watched that, so I remember that one. Cataclysm, I actually think I remember some of, but I don't remember it as well. I think they're like or pounding it onto his back. Or sorry, no, that was a movie that my girlfriend was in. They're putting the plates on him, if I remember, and then he flies, and I think it's pretty good. I don't fully remember it though. And then there was Shadowlands, I remember very clearly. It honestly, I think, is a pretty good cinematic. Just a really bad idea, and probably the worst story that ever happened in WoW history. I actually kind of like this one. I remember that one. And then Warlords of Draenor might actually make it to S tier. Legion, I actually didn't like that much. I mean, we'll watch it right now, but I actually did not like Legions that much, and I know a lot of people did. I feel like Legion was when they turned their back on what was good in cinematics. And for me, it was like when some people don't like Wrath because they're like, Wrath was the beginning of the end, where I see their argument. Legion was that for me. I knew that it was the end of good WoW trailers, even though that one was okay, if that makes sense. Do you see what I'm saying? It's when they moved away from the formula that worked. They had just started too making those cinematic like Harbinger videos, like the animated shorts, and I liked those quite a lot. I thought those were cool. You know what I'm talking about, like the Harbinger series. But yeah, okay. So with where we are right now, we're at Dragonlands, right? Or what's it called? Fucking Skylanders bullshit. How was that expansion, by the way? I really didn't. What is it called? Dragon what? Dragonflight? Because I obviously like Dragonflight cinematic. Wow. Where is it? Did I spell dragon wrong? Oh, I spelled dragon wrong. I spelled it DRAGON. Then the G's over here, and then there's a random N there. Dragonflight WoW cinematic. All right, we found it. Yeah, I don't think I've ever watched this one, maybe. Wait, is that how it started? Dragon D's nuts? Interesting, Eddie.
The world has been sundered. It cries out in pain.
The trailer for the trailer was kind of hype, and it did get me in a mood to receive trailer. So I'm gonna give it kudos there. That was actually kind of cool.
We entrust our ancestral home to you, the Watchers.
Which Watchers are those supposed to be?
Let the land slumber, hidden even from our own eyes.
Are they're just generic?
You will
Are these constructs made by the actual Watchers?
the waking of the land. Then you must light the beacon of Tearhold, lest the path home be lost to us forever.
It doesn't look insanely World of Warcrafty to me. They're Tears Watchers? That makes sense. Okay. I actually don't know the lore of Dragonflight very well. Damn. Imagine turning around, your homie's just missing half his head and being like, oh well, work to do. It's like Kinder, dude. How are you? It's nice to see your name. It was doing all right. It's kind of losing me a little bit, honestly. Bro, stop fighting in chat. All around me are familiar faces. Okay, that was the dumbest fucking shit ever. What? Dude, it was fine. That was a little dumb. A little fucking dumb. How to train your retarded ass fucking dragon, dude.
Is healing, but her fate is yet uncertain.
It's like also just like such nonsense lines. Destiny is a fate.
Together,
we can do it.
We shall be Azeroth.
Si se puede, Azeroth.
Here, the new age of dragons shall begin.
It did have its moments. It didn't feel like a WoW thing. I do also think World of Warcraft, this is literally like their whole design thing. World of Warcraft was this kind of like cool emergent thing that came out of Warcraft 3 when they were looking at like how people played the game differently and you really focused on the one champion. And now you were going to get to be that one character. And I feel like these trailers should be like pulling on that, right? That's what the first 3 did so well. They made you fucking feel like you were about to do that and do that in the game. I have no idea what the game's gonna look like. They're just like, look, dragons. Like that might work on an 8-year-old. I'm tempted to put it in extremely bad, but this shit's so bad that I think that this is just bad. Like when I'm putting it relative to each other. WoW ended after Wrath of the Lich King. Dude, Mop was good and Legion was good. WoD is hated more than it should be hated. Cataclysm had a few moments, but I actually kind of think Cataclysm in some ways was worse than WoD. I think you're just wrong. I think that for such a long time, a lot of stuff that was actually really good was ruined by fucking idiot ass streamers who just wanted to complain and they got a shitload of views for it. And a lot of the mystery was gone and the internet just got worse. Like, some of these games were not as bad as we thought that they were, but we started fucking playing the game in a way that was worse. because we didn't have to rely on ThoughtBot. There were so many add-ons. There were so many expectations. The player base was more mature. People weren't about exploring. And then a lot of us got older. A lot of us had other shit to do. Now, granted, you look at this. I mean, this is dog shit, right? Like this is it. This has nothing to do with nostalgia or perspective or a shift in the user. This is a bad game. Like this is a bad game. Kata is great. I'm not saying that Kata's. Here's one thing I will say about Kata. I didn't get to play the classic Kata. I didn't get to play the classic Kata, and I really did want to, but I just didn't have enough time. There are things about Kata that I remember. Lakota? Holy shit. Thank you so much. Thank you for 31 months. The thing is it's like Firelands was pretty fucking good raid. Firelands was pretty good. What was the raid after Firelands? And I actually thought, yo, thank you, Dr. Kechter. Thank you, man. I'm glad to be back. Dragon Soul? Dragon Soul wasn't bad. It wasn't bad. I actually think Firelands was kind of better. Like, Firelands was definitely a better raid than Dragon Soul, but Dragon Soul was pretty cool. Honestly, Kata was pretty aight. I think there were a few things that were off class design-wise. There were a few things that were off gear-wise. The last boss in Dragon Soul was not that fun. It was a really good time to play PvP. Spine was really rough. But Kata's like not a horrible expansion by any means. Yo, while I yap for a little bit, I'm going to run one ad to make some money, guys. Don't go anywhere. I'll wait to watch the trailer, but I'm going to run one ad. You playing the beta? Yeah. I'm going through all of the cinematic. For anybody who just got here, nice to see you, by the way, brother man. I'm going through all the cinematic trailers right now. I'm putting them in a tier list because I was doing that yesterday and my computer fucking exploded. So I'm gonna put all that in order, and then from there, I'm gonna go through the story blind for the beta real quick. We're gonna enjoy that. We're gonna gobble up the story, and then after that, we're gonna probably try to get I might try some of the end game. Yo, XD, thank you very much for the Prime. And then from there, I might rip a little bit of I try to get some invincibleness going on here. What do you think of the War Within? I think the War Within is so fundamentally flawed with how its seasons work. The first season was pretty fucking fun. Like, the first season of The War Within, I had a lot of fun. I think the class design was okay. I didn't really like where Warlocks were at. I didn't like Demon Hunters. I had a lot of fun with Elemental Shaman. I thought Warrior was pretty fun to play. Keep in mind, I only play DPS, really. So, like, I don't know about healing, and I don't know about tanking. But my buddy Kyle, Swindlemelons, for any Dota players, he played Druid tank, and he had a really good time. And we pushed some pretty high keys. But here's the thing. I had fun with a lot of the different classes. I had a lot of fun with Death Knight too, even though I'm usually a ranged guy. But the thing is the game traps you now. Like when I played Classic and when I played Wrath and when I played TBC, I'd randomly have a shitload of homework and I couldn't play the fucking game. And I told my guildmates and they fucking understood, as long as we weren't in like certain places in the game. There were certain times where I was not allowed to do my homework, but they got it. And then I'd walk away. And then when I came back, everybody was waiting for me and they had more gear, which meant I got gear faster. So I felt kind of cool. People left, people came back. And the thing was like, there wasn't this bullshit transmog shit. So like when I saw the new gear came out, I was like, man, I don't want to look lame as fuck not wearing this shit. I don't want to post up on the mailbox wearing fucking old tier. So I even remember I was about to quit after Ulduar. because I had played so much. And I was like, yeah, like, I don't know. I think I might take a little bit of a break. I had farmed Ulduar on every single character, had gotten a shitload of early kills, had a really fucking good time. Parsed on my Warlock. And then, you know, I'm all excited to take a break. And then Trial of the Crusader came out. And when TOC showed its gear, which wasn't even good, and this is why I use it as an example, because it was just like every proficiency of armor had its own thing. But I remember reading some of the names. It was like Nabundo's Ascended, blah, blah, blah. And like all this different gear that existed, right? And I remember looking at that shit. It was such a filler raid. Yes and no. There were some good things to it. But I remember looking at the gear. I mean, dude, that raid, the PvP fight, that was Ian Hazzikostas. That was the first fight that he led. Pretty interesting. That was the first encounter that he led. And it's a pretty sick fight, honestly. So there's some cool history in that one. And some of the fights were quite good. The no trash thing was an interesting thing to try out too. I think like a lot of us hated Trial of the Crusade at the time, but you look back on it, it was a really good idea. I think some of the stuff didn't work. But I think some of it did. But you go back to that fight, and or when I was like about to take a break after Ulduar, I saw the TOC gear and I was like, damn, I need to be wearing that. I was like, I need to be wearing that shit, bro. I need it. And I came back to the game because of it. Because there was none of that bullshit fucking transmog stuff. Malvex, thank you very much for that Prime. Thank you. The biggest fucking issue when you look at the War Within and this like modern time of WoW, biggest issue is like, I played the first season. I had a really fucking good time. I got all of my bis. And every single time that I didn't want to play the game and I wanted to just like do a victory lap. Also, the fact that Battlegrounds feel kind of dead sucks. Like me, oh, she just went to bed, man. Or she went to bed a while ago at this point. Dude, it's nice to see you, man. It's nice to see you. The thing with Battlegrounds back in the day with WoW was you would straight up, you'd get all of your gear and then you'd unwind with your friends and just play Battlegrounds. And I think Battlegrounds dying is not WoW's fault. I think Battlegrounds died because people don't play games to have fun as much anymore. Because, like, I did Battlegrounds just because... Also, then they made stuff worse after that. Like, you know, I don't want to have equalized gear in a Battleground. I want to go into a Battleground completely outgearing everybody and taking a victory lap and just shitting on people, right? But now everybody is a min-max Andy. You're 100% right, John Bino. Back in the day, you would actually play it for fun, and people just don't really do that anymore. And I don't think that that's WoW's fault. But that does make the game worse, not having that. But the other thing that definitely makes the game worse is the fact that I had full best in slot during the World Within in Season 1. And then I came back in the middle of Season 2, and I'm useless. I have to go farm greens again. And it doesn't feel like an MMO. So I ended up not playing Season 2. And then you come back at Season 3. And the whole thing is like every single time in the World Within that I do something, I go, if I wait a week, I can just get it faster. If I wait a week, I can just get more of these tokens faster. If I wait a week, and you just keep saying, oh, if I wait a week, it's just easier, it's better. If I wait a week, it's easier, it's better. Karazhan always stayed at the same difficulty. You feel me? This game just gets easier the more that time goes on, which I think is bad. And then if you wait long enough, you just get a full reset and all of that work didn't matter anyway. You used to play the entire expansion. Now you just play the season. It's horrible. And then throughout the entire time, you're constantly being forced to do chores. Just wait till boost week. Yeah, 100%. 100%. That's how it feels now. So there's this like learned, like I don't even, what would that be? Like this learned you learn to not want to play. You learn that playing is actually a mistake and it's the least efficient way to play the game. And the game's not fun to explore like it used to be. Yeah, it's the same thing that happens to Turbo Boost right now in retail. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's so fucking weird, man. Like, it's just not fun. And then throughout the entire thing, you have in the back of your mind the fact that it's slamming all these chores on you because if you don't do the right thing, oh, now you don't get your box. Oh, if you don't do this week, then you haven't capped out your stones. And then you haven't done this. And it makes you always feel pressured, which makes it not fun. And it turns stuff that would be fun into homework. So now you're less likely to go out and do things for fun because you have all of these chores and all of this FOMO and all of this shit. And it's just like, if you made a dog shit game, or if you make a dog shit game where you force me to play, I'm not going to play. If you make a good game, I'll play it until I'm done playing it, and I'll come back when you make more good shit. But they're so learned helplessness, totally. Yeah, Kazan, that's a really good way to say it. The thing is, though, now is it's like they're so scared of you walking away for a week or two that they time gate the fuck out of everything that I don't want to log in when it comes in and start playing it. Yeah, it's wild, bro. This is why you got fired? I mean, if they listened to me, maybe they'd have a few more people playing the game, right? Maybe they'd have a few more people playing the game. And that's not even talking about whatever the fuck all this shit was, right? So now we had Dragonflight, which means we got the Shadowlands trailer, right? Oh, I'm leaving that one up. Put a 1 in chat if you agree with what I said, though.
Ice Crown.
When end you play retail, yeah.
A monument to our suffering. The veil between life and death.
I want to say one thing. This is hijacking my brain, and it's super fucking interesting to me as a World of Warcraft player because they're going into like one of the most iconic things that we were all good at the game by this point. There were a lot of Wrath babies, and it's people remember this as one of the best parts of the game's history. It doesn't have that neutral mass appeal. Oh my god, Cataclysm's the one where there's the wave, the tsunami, and it goes over the goblin that looks like the thing in Brazil. I'm starting to remember some random shit. But the reason why I'm saying that is there was something about those first 3 trailers where it didn't matter. I guess a little bit less than the third. A little bit less. But it didn't matter if you had played the game at all. You were going to be interested.
Where a usurper sits on a frozen throne. But no king rules forever.
You know what's funny? I'm sorry to pause in the middle and like break up the flow, but I'm gonna be real. I saw this at BlizzCon and I was casting and hosting and everything. I don't think I ever watched it again after. So I just remember like having to work the crowd for this, and I was also like I can't not hype people up during it, so I gotta psych myself up. And also I'm running on high because in the announcement for the game, I was actually crying because I never thought I was going to host a BlizzCon again. And then they brought me back. And in the opening of BlizzCon, they used my voice to start BlizzCon. So I was super fucking emotional. But I'm watching this now and I'm like, man, I'm remembering how positive I had to be. But I was super hyped because the announcement, literally them starting BlizzCon, it goes, it's my voice and it's just like, oh my God, is this really happening? And I was like, this is the coolest fucking thing ever, right? But now, if I remember correctly, she just like one-shots the Lich King and a bunch of things with like a fucking arrow, rips the helmet and opens up the veil. The thing is I think that this cinematic, if this is just like a fan, like it plays like fanfic. Like it's basically a fan fiction. If this had no lore implication at all, this is a significantly better trailer. It's like, this is really good fan fiction of WoW. It reminds me, the only movie that I've ever walked out of in my entire life is the only movie that I've ever walked out of is the World of Warcraft movie, because they just kept going around doing like the fan service. It was like Murgles in every city or some shit, or Murlocs in every city. It was, or no, they threw one Murloc in, but they just show every city in such quick succession. It's just like, look, we have them all. And then like that movie is so dog shit. It's such a bad movie. But this is kind of like that. It's just throwing a bunch of good shit at you that you already have feelings of to try to get you to like get hype. It's trying to shortcut it. She got the Chaos Emerald, Sonic. Yeah, this is stupid as fuck. This is brain rot, bro. This is legitimate brain rot. If 6-7 was a trailer. Yas, queen, yas.
You are unfit to wear this crown.
That doesn't even make sense.
To wield so much power.
That power will be your prison.
This world is a prison.
I'm just a rat in a cage. What? She's not gonna put it on? Oh my god! They're so smart! Now I will say that if you literally take out what got ripped apart and you take out how stupid that entire fight sequence is, if you take out the fact that Sylvanas should not be able to take out Bolivar while he's infused with a fucking crown with literally fucking Ner'zhul inside of it, in his own domain of the Ice Crown, with a bunch of fucking things, literally the power that made her in the first fucking place. Literally the power that made her in the first place. If you take all of that out, that one shot is cool. This is a cool shot. If you ignore everything but the shot, it's pretty cool.
And I will set us all free.
Like, this one visual is cool. Yeah, they straight up, if they, so I don't know if it goes in here or not. It might go in here. These are just so bad. This is clearly worse than this one, in my opinion. I mean, these are both really bad. Dude, okay, here's the thing. Anybody who wants to defend this lore-wise, this entire expansion should be retconned. Better than Dragonflight? Maybe I'm letting the egregious lore that fucking ruined the game. Here's the thing with Dragonflight. Lore-wise, Dragonflight, it's just like an aside, right? To my knowledge, it didn't destroy the lore. It didn't really make it better, but I'm pretty sure it was like kind of hidden, right? But they should just retcon this out. And honestly, they should just... This has been just so disappointing so far. It really, like, dude, even like BFA, I remember, so I actually kind of got in a fight with like one of the devs at the time. Because when they announced BFA, I was just like, this should be an Old God expansion. Why are we going back to the Horde and Alliance fighting? It doesn't make sense. And then also I got like the... They explained island expeditions to me, and I was like, and they like, he was describing, it was like, yeah, we made like these things that are gonna fight him, and I was like, so they're bots? Like, no, you don't understand. I was like, they're bots? So you made a bunch of bots, and we're playing WoW against bots on this like island thing, and I did feel bad because he worked really hard on it, but it was like clear that it was gonna be like absolute fucking dog shit. And then I also said this, and I actually remember, it's so fucking funny, that the same event that we were at, where we were talking about, he was playing fucking Dead Cells on like a Nintendo Switch. I should have known that Torghast was going to get made at that point. Torghast was so fucking bad, holy fucking shit. It just fundamentally... There was like a lack of critical playing of understanding what made a roguelike game fun. And then on top of that, tying the chores to it. It was so fucking bad. Dude, we had just made the biggest World of Warcraft content group that ever existed. And we had the ability to make so much good WoW content together if we wanted to. And we chose to just not play WoW at all. That's how bad that expansion was. Like, remember how it started? We had over 200,000 viewers watching us dress up as the characters of the expansion and wrestle each other. And then we had those viewers watching the Race to World first, which was like an insanely good event. I mean, who remembers the Castle Nathria wrestling event? Like, it was insane, right? And we could have been a WoW content group, and we could have made all this stuff, but the game was just so bad, we didn't even want to play anymore. Like, dude, this is where we thought we were going.
Listen, guys. Sometimes you get it, sometimes you get got.
Dude, he actually said the other day that it was a good idea. He literally told me that this was a bad fucking idea. And then I said, trust me, bro. And he said, okay. And this was his #1 clip until Amber heard Johnny Depp.
That's the way it goes. I have to be transparent with you all. I have to be honest. have to tell the truth. And the truth is, gentlemen, that today is no ordinary stream. Today!
Whoa! Ladies and gentlemen, the doors to Castle
It was so good.
will not open themselves.
It was so good.
We need to smack them down! Make some noise for Lord Denathrius!
It was so good. This man's a fucking god. Dude, this is what we wanted to do. We wanted to just do WoW shit all fucking day long. That's all we wanted to do. And then that was the expansion that we got. And we just didn't even fucking play WoW at all. It was... Castle Nathria was a great raid. Castle Nathria was pretty fun. I mean, look, we did make content for that, right? We did. We did the whole Race the World first. But then it was just like, what else was there? I mean, dude, the fucking... The thing is Covenants, if they were done right, I actually do see where they were going, and I think that there were a lot of things that... we don't need to get into that. Well, I'll get stuck on that for forever, bro. But yeah, then we got Battle for Azeroth, which was fucking horrible. I mean, Battle for Azeroth as an expansion, that is when WoW started to become a mobile game, really. We already did all the announcements, and me already went to bed. The beginning was fine of Battle for Azeroth. Dude, the biggest issue with Battle for Azeroth, if you remember, we had built up this whole fucking story. This whole fucking story, and Legion has this whole fucking story. And then instead of actually going with the momentum, and if you were actually following the lore, in Mists of Pandaria, they started to set up the different planes of existence. They started to set it up in the Chronicles. We should have gone to the Void in Battle for Azeroth. We should have actually... They made the old gods an afterthought, but instead they were scared, so they took the coward's way out. And with BFA, they reset all the lore. They were just like, oh, the Horde and Alliance don't like each other. Dude, we just had a fucking god. A literal god that for the entire existence of our planet has been trying to find us. We actually had to fucking deal with that shit. Look, I don't like you because you're green. I don't like you because you're white. Like, that's what we went back to? It was so fucking bad, bro. Like, from a story standpoint, it was just like, why are we going back here, right? And then you basically had the fucking afterthought of the old gods. And you lose some of the best old gods that you could have possibly fucking had. And then you twist it into the point that we have Xalatath. It was so fucking... Azerite was fucking horrible, right? Azerite was so fucking bad. It was just like everything that was good too, they implemented very poorly. Like, straight up, what were they called? The things that you put on your, you did the horrific visions, and then you got the stuff that you could put on your gear that basically would increase your corruption level. What were those called? They were called corruptions. Got it. That makes sense. And then the more that you had to deal with like more negative things, but you just stacked fucking all of them, and then you just like max stacked haste, and everybody wanted to do it basically. The thing was, those corruptions were actually a really good idea in my opinion. I actually think that they were actually really good, and I think a lot of people will remember hating them. The reason why we hated them so much is because visions were fucking retarded. Like, let's be real, there was so much wrong with how visions worked. Even though I do think visions could have been like cool in certain ways, right? I do think visions could have been cool in certain ways. Visions were rough because there were so many just like not fun mechanics. And I actually went in on retail and I did the new vision event. And visions were great. I don't think that visions were all bad or great, but they were retarded. The thing with visions that started making vision, like there was a lot of mechanics in visions that were just like not fun. that weren't necessarily difficult, but not fun. Like you go in one room and then you would get surrounded by like a ring of things and then you couldn't move. And then different things would stack up. Like 4 mask vision was like a very cool thing, but I actually would have rather had it been harder and you could keep trying to do it instead of like the limited runs and like all of that stuff. Like I actually think just letting people beat the challenge and then get the stuff should be enough. Does that make sense? And then there were certain mechanics that were like, hey, stop what you're doing and stop playing, right? And that actually happened in some of the raids in, I guess it would have been in Shadowlands, right? In Shadowlands, a lot of the raids, it was like very bad design because they just kept being like, oh, break line of sight. And it kept just being like, break line of sight, break line of sight, break line of sight. So you just, so much of the game, you weren't doing damage. You weren't getting to play the game, right? So there's certain mechanics that can just be not fun. Speaking of fun, I'm having a lot of fun. And thank you guys for 2,440 subs. Thank you guys. I just saw that. That is fucking crazy. Thank you. Been back for like just like a handful of streams. Thank you. Torghast better than Visions? I wouldn't go that far, bro. I would not go that far. I had a lot of fun with Torghast in the beta, but then you realize that like there's really no builds and there is really no roguelike element. Thank you guys for all these follows too. It's just like, I don't know, bro. I don't know. All right. Really quickly here, we're gonna do another trailer. Oh shit. We're gonna do another trailer here. I'm gonna play this for a second though. I gotta go to the bathroom again. I'll be back in 1 sec. I got some cookies. I just read something in chat. We're really kind of only not married out of laziness. That was good. Yeah, I was like, we'll do it soon, I'm sure. But I want to say one thing. When I was walking around, going to the bathroom just now, plugging in my phone, not to be parasocial, fucking missed you guys. I'm so fucking happy. I don't know, like, I hope you guys know this. I like don't fucking take this for granted, man. I fucking love this. I'm so happy. I'm so fucking happy to just sit here and talk about games that I fucking loved. Bitch about shit that annoyed me. And like, you guys just fucking make me laugh all the fucking time. Truly, not only the luckiest person in the world, like, I'm just, every single part of my life is fucking perfect, man. Like, one of the other things I love about doing is I remember so many other streams that were like truly fucking insane as well. It's just like, man, we've had a lot of good times. It's fucking cool, man. It's really fucking cool. And not to be like giga parasocial, the only thing that I'm fucking bummed about, I never got to have my dad on stream. So you guys like didn't ever get to meet him. That fucking sucks. That's the only thing I regret. But I did get to spend a lot of time with him, which was awesome. I wish that I got to do something with him so you guys could have met him before he passed. I was like, that upsets me because you guys would have loved him, and it would have been nice for me to have an extra thing to look at and to like. But my, I think I'm gonna have my mom and my sister on stream for the first time soon. I was always kind of scared to have them on stream, but I think I'm gonna do that soon. ROTK, bro. ROTK, it's either Return of One True King or Retard One True King. like, is it when his ROTK just are retards gone wild, man. RGW, we're back, baby. Oh, man. Rich, can you link this video? If you search dreamy Pokemon music to rest your mind for a while, I fucking love this video, man. I don't know what it is. This video calms me the fuck down. This is my favorite, like, art style, man. It's so fucking good. All right, let's get some sevens in the chat if you guys are ready to watch some more fucking WoW trailers, bro. Some more WoW trailers. Let's fucking do it. And then we get to play a little bit of WoW. Bro, I'm just remembering this one night where I was streaming classic WoW, and we had just gotten to Sholazar Basin, and the sun started to come up behind me in New York. I remember I was so tired. My eyes were starting to get heavy and starting to close, and I looked at chat, and you guys could tell I was about to fall asleep, and y'all started spamming smiley faces, and it creeped me out. And I just started fucking screaming, and my roommate, the mailman, started banging on the wall. Shut the fuck up, Rich! Trying to fucking sleep. I just want to say sorry to be all emotional and shit. I feel like I'm talking like I'm the lyrics to a Drake album or something right now, but dude, thank you guys for all of the memories over like the fucking however many millions of years that we've already made, and I'm excited for all of the we're gonna keep. I'm so happy with where, and credit to Asmon too. Because basically, I was tired when it came back. I was like, man, I don't think I want to do the fucking night streams anymore because I want to go before you. Because I always felt like trapped by Asmon's host. Because this is like failing from success, like crybaby problems. But I would watch his stream and like wait for him to end, and I would try to start at the right time to get his host. So it like affected my life, and I didn't have a straight up starting time that I went for. So I said I was going to start in the morning, which was the stupidest idea ever. What's this? I've fallen for it 7 times already.
Four big guys.
You know what what I was saying too, and this actually fucking reminds me about it. I'm so excited though now because Asm was like, dude, you're fucking stupid, dude. Because I was waking up at 3 a.m. So he was like, just go after me. And so I did, and it was great. And it's like the perfect time slot, and it works really well for me. And the thing that's super fucking cool about it is that I can do the streams with Mia and do like a full kind of what I wanted to do in the morning, just at night. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to do stuff around the house. We're going to do stuff in the kitchen. We're going to react together. We're going to play games together. And some nights we'll keep playing the games together, and we'll do that. And then maybe, you know, I'll go to sleep with her and we won't do maybe I won't do 12-hour streams every single day, right? But then at 9:30 when she goes to bed usually, you know, I can come in and, you know, do the late night streams. I get the best of both worlds. I get to do everything. Dude, I love her too, man. I mean, straight up, like, getting to even stream with her, it's been like what we've probably gotten to stream like 4 hours together or something. I don't know. We streamed for a while last night together. We streamed for a few minutes together today. Dude, it's so much fun getting to do that with, you know, your best friend. It's awesome. So it feels really good. It feels really fucking good. So I'm excited for that. But let's get back to the tier list. Where were we? We're at Battle for Azeroth. The one thing that I remember about this one that was like pretty cool was the everybody loved Zappy Boy. You guys remember Zappy Boy? Dude, Meager, ban yourself.
Ours is a cycle of hatred. Alliances forged and broken. We have paid the price for sharing this world. And we have forgotten what makes us strong.
God, I hate Sylvanas now.
Close ranks! Advance has won! Lordaeron will be ours! My king, we have her cornered.
This is when the furry shit really started to take over, huh?
Keep firing!
She could have been a fantastic villain. She really could have been. How did the furry shit start in Cataclysm? Oh, the Worgen. True. The Worgen were cool, though. Those are Lich King killing arrows, boy. You can't beat her. She's got estrogen and plot armor. That part was pretty sick. I remember pogging the fuck out during that thing. Why did it explode? Because it's a black arrow. There he is. Man, what a bitch. Dude, like, I am an Alliance main through and through. I don't like this boy, man. I don't like him. I don't like him at all. Let me make sure I don't get logged out of the game. All right. He's a little bitch. They ruined the Alliance, bro. They really fucking did. No, we thought he was gonna become Manduin. He never did. My superpower is my tears. I fucking remember. Oh man, they ruined both sides fair. Yeah, fuck Paladins. Fuck Anduin. I'm dying in game.
Stand.
Thank you.
As one. For the Alliance.
Yo, nice save. Mod that guy. Why so blue, Panda Bear? What up? I feel like people really like this one. It's better than these, but it's definitely mid. It's definitely mid, right? It wasn't that good. I remembered not thinking that it was that good when I saw it, but seeing it with a bunch of my friends and seeing it early made me like think it was like a little bit better. Wait, you actually think it's the best cinematic ever? What? What? Dude, I remember people like really liking this one. But I think it's so stupid. I just don't agree with you at all. I think it's mid. Okay, take it, maybe, but mid. Like, there's so many other great ones, bro. It's mid. That's it. Okay, take it, maybe, but I'm putting it in mid. Warcraft 3 cinematics were much better than that one. Yeah, for sure. I mean, it's stupid. I don't even know what's fucking going on in that shit. It's so fucking dumb. And it also, like, when you think about it in the context of, like, what was going on and where the game could have gone, it was a cop-out. Dude, I'm happy to be back. I'm happy to be back. You blinded by nostalgia? I'm blinded by nostalgia for saying that something isn't good? Or you're saying that somebody in chat's blinded by nostalgia? Because point your hate at the right place, okay? You are blinded by hate. It's bad. You put it in front of me right now, and if it's good, I'll like it. Right? But yeah, I mean, maybe it looks a little bit worse in hindsight, but I don't know. I actually don't even think I like the Legion trailer that much, truthfully. If I remember correctly, I actually don't like the Legion trailer. But we'll see. We're just rating the trailers right now, Rebo.
A terrible darkness has returned to our world. As before, it seeks to annihilate everything that we hold
God,
dear.
I miss him. I'm glad he fucking died, though, so they couldn't ruin him.
Knowing I may not return.
They're coming! They're coming back!
Little bitch ass boy.
All my life I have lived by the sword.
How does this guy shoot out that absolute low T fucking monstrosity of a sun? I don't get it, dude.
Seen kingdoms burn and watched brave heroes die in vain. It's been difficult for me to trust after losing so much.
He's a mama's boy, yeah, that's true, huh?
But from you, I have learned patience, tolerance, and faith.
Man, I miss McConnell. Hey, Ray. Tanksley, I don't remember loving Antorus. But NMP was in my guild, so that's probably why.
Anduin, I now believe, as you do, that peace is the noblest aspiration. But to preserve it You must be willing to fight. For Azeroth!
Okay, so I'm gonna piss some people off real quick. The writing is way better, right? The lines are way better than like this shit down here. This is the War Within and both Midnight. They're dog shit tier, right? The writing is fucking horrible. The thing with the Legion one is style, like objectively, it's not bad. It's really not bad. The writing doesn't have that egregious shit, like I said. But stylistically, when you look at the top three, which we'll watch just for the fucking heck of it again, the fact that you were still the hero, there were these nameless characters put in front of you doing epic shit, and you could be that. And then they showed the baddie in two of them. This one starts to be a departure away from it. But like, that was the cool feeling that got me in. I think stylistically that's so much better. I think that Legion is okay, I take it. We'll say as an expansion though, as an expansion, Legion is like, if we were rating these as expansions, not just trailers, Chromosome gang, thank you very much. Thank you very much. I'm high on chromosomes right now. Thank you very much for that Twitch Prime. But yeah, seriously, like, this expansion is like one of the best expansions to ever come out. It's really fucking good. It's like the only good modern WoW expansion. But I think that this is okay. I take it. I think it is better for Battle for Azeroth. I think it belongs here. I think it belongs in okay. I take it. Man, this is a really negative tier list. It's like, yeah, this is great. Oh, whatever. I guess. Yep, really sucks. Yeah, I fucking hate my life. It's like this whoever wrote this tier list is just like, it just put to end my misery. Like, I don't know who fucking made the tier list. It's just like rough, bro. They're not having a great time, dude. But yeah, guys, this is just for the trailers. We're just rating the trailers. We're just rating the cinematic trailers. All right, so then before that, yo, thank you, Grillian. Thank you for 19 months. I'm happy to be back. Oh, you're in Australia? Hope you're having a good day, cunt. Did I do that right, guys? Did I hit it? Zerv, I'm not sure how good Legion Remix is. I haven't really played it yet. I think some people really do like it. I've heard other people say it's not that great. It's pretty fun. Yeah, here's the only reason that I don't want to play Legion Remix that well. Or that much. Legion Remix, all of my fond memories in Legion are not in Legion Remix. Like, my fondest memory in Legion is when I finally got the I-Beam legendary on my Demon Hunter. Did you guys remember that legendary? You just fucking would pull everything in the entire fucking world. I-Beam, 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 I-Beam. It kept fucking resetting. That was early MDI days too. So I was pushing keys super hard. I was like number 3 Demon Hunter for a while. Perma Eyes, dude, it was peak, dude. It was actually peak. Oh man, it's Legion on God mode. It's kind of meh. What do you mean on God mode? Like, because I saw that you have like a fake generic artifact weapon. Does it just make you like insanely strong? Finding the best yeah, dude, the acquisition of the legendaries in Legion was pretty rough for sure. You can gain infinite power. Maybe I'll try it at some point, even if it's off stream. Okay, where are we? Which trailer are we on? It would be WAD now, right? Can I type in WAD and will it come up? Yeah. Wait, I'm kind of curious. Wait, really quick before we do this. This just reminded me. OTK Game Fuel. Wait, is this the actual edit? Or is this a re-edit? There's no way that was the actual edit. Okay, so funny story with this. Funny fucking story with this, real. Let's put a picture of S-Man up right now. Wait, funny fucking story to this, man. So basically, so this was our announcement. So we managed to get the Game Fuel sponsor done before we even announced OTK, right? But the funniest fucking thing was we submitted it and it was way longer. I think we had like a full cut and we fully redid. I don't know if this is actually it. This might be what it became, but I think it was like way longer. So I think what basically happened with this, maybe it did end up just being that 30 seconds. Okay, closing for big guys. Maybe it did just end up being those 30 seconds because what happened was when we sent it, it was super fucking long. We basically remade the entire Warlords of Draenor cinematic with us wearing like robes, and we had fire and torches and shit. And we sent it to them, and he became a friend of mine eventually because he basically represented Mountain Dew, and he was like, "This looks a little racist." We're like, "What?" And it was like, "It's a bunch of white guys wearing hoods, carrying torches." And I was like, first of all, I'm Jewish, I'm not white. Second of all, S-Fan's not white. Third of all, like, I was like but then he sent side-by-side pictures to like some horrible event that had happened where a bunch of dudes wearing black robes like were burning crosses and shit, and it looked so similar to the video. So we already had the footage and we had to recut it down, and I'm pretty sure that those 30 seconds were the only things that got approved. Jewish is white? Dude, we were looking for any excuse to be able to put out the video, man. Oh, man, it's so fucking funny. The funniest thing is I talked to Tips the other day, and we were talking about how good that trailer was, and now I open it up, and that's what I fucking see. That's so bad. That's what we put out. And yet I'm sitting here judging these fucking cinematics.
Drink, Hellstream. Claim your destiny. You will all be conquerors. And what, Gul'dan, must we give in return? Everything.
Oh, it's so good.
You would reject this gift. And did you bring these mongrels here? Just to watch you die.
Didn't see that coming, did you, bitch? This is so good. Excuse me, sir. Your head's on fire. My axe is named Gorhao.
We will never be slaves!
This was not our destiny.
Chris Messin.
Times change.
Conquerors. You already know. You already know. You already know. Santrillium, thank you. You already know. It belongs here, bro. It really fucking does. Rating these is like fucking impossible because this one started it all. And I do think that like the epicness that it put you in the world, it was your World of Warcraft. Like that deserves something. This still, I think, is the most powerful, but I know it's because of my own emotions. It makes me think of my dad. It makes me think of one of my favorite times in World of Warcraft. And I think it was like the first one that like now we're focusing on the story, and you might not get it as much if you're outside of knowing. This one's insane too. God, rating any of these four is like fucking impossible. Like, actually fucking impossible. And also, I say it a lot, Warlords of Draenor gets way more hate than it should. It was a good expansion. In a lot of ways, it was a good expansion. There were a lot of really cool things that happened class-wise. One of my favorite times for Warlock class design, Demon Bolt was insane. Really fucking well made. Druid was really good. Feral Druid was really cool at the time in a lot of ways. Gladiator Druid was really fucking cool. There was so much good shit. There was so much good shit. Garrisons were pretty bad. Yeah, that's true, dude. That's pretty true. The real thing with Warlords of Draenor is this trailer was so fucking good. They spent more money on marketing than ever before. And on top of that, like, they had the fucking axe in the middle of fucking Times Square to pull people in, right? Like, they straight up, they got more players than ever. And then they were greeted with some pretty cool shit. Even like the quest to get the hunter pet, like the shadow, or sorry, the spirit beast was pretty good. Gara, I believe his name was, the wolf. There was a lot of really good shit. But then all of the players ended up in their garrisons. And then after Heimdall, there was like no content for such a long time. And yet a bunch of people who never liked WoW before now complaining about WoW because they got pulled in with the marketing. Which is I think created a negative environment. I think that if you look at all of the Warlords of Draenor content now, and it's all instantly out, and you're not waiting for content as long as you were on Warlords of Draenor, it's a much better expansion than you thought. The problem was a lack of content, not bad content. It was a pretty sick expansion in a lot of ways. So much canceled shit. Yeah, there were a lot of problems with the expansion, but I think it got a little bit more hate than it deserved. I also think by the time Warlords of Draenor came out, the palette and the appetite of gamers has started to change. They wanted quicker shit, and there were more options. Steam and the Humble Bundle and things like this were more mainstream. It was easier to get games, so people were playing more shit. Attention spans were shorter. People had Flappy Bird at this point, and life started changing. And a lot of the people who were playing in this era, who were like my age and younger, now we're in like college and getting jobs and shit like that. So it kind of changed the overall landscape. And then you started getting a bunch of like fucking little idiot babies, you know, playing the game. You know what's crazy? I looked at my stats on Twitch the other day, and this was like so fucking wild. 75% of the people who watch my stream. Wait, let me make sure that I get this. Oh, I put my phone in the other room. I think 75% of the people who watch my stream are like 25 to 34. 75%. And then I think and that's the youngest. Nobody who watches my stream is younger than 25. And then after that, everybody is in their like 40s. Like literally, like there's like essentially a statistically insignificant amount of people under the age of 24 in the stream. And I think that a big reason for that is because of this. So then when you really think about it, a lot of those younger cats, because I'm 34, so when Warlords of Draenor came out, I was in college, right? So like anybody who's 24, 10 years younger than me, they're not, if they're not in college, what grade they are. Like, so like this was Warlords of Draenor, like a lot of Wrath babies probably actually enjoyed Warlords of Draenor and were developing their WoW taste, which is kind of interesting to think about. Like there are people in this chat right now around you that didn't get to play these two. And the way that our brains worked here, their brains kind of worked like that in Wrath. But by the time Wrath came along, there was a little bit more information. Not much, but a little bit more. By the time Warlords of Draenor came out, by Warlords of Draenor, you were fully soaked in information. There was both MMO Champion at the time and Wowhead. Wowhead wasn't as good as it is now. Wowhead was starting to get good. Wowhead's like pretty phenomenal now, but I think like MMO Champion might have been like kind of the better site still. Thoughtbot was already out. Thoughtbot was already gone. Yeah. It was Thoughtbot really only lasted until Burning Crusade. And barely. Yo, Zaysu, thank you very much for the Twitch Prime sub. We're about 50 subs away from the sub goal that I just made today arbitrarily to try to continue to get more and more subs. So thank you. Icy Veins? Icy Veins? God, when was Icy Veins good? I think Icy Veins might have always been dog shit. I can't think of a single time when Icy Veins was actually a site that I would ever trust. I don't think that was like ever trustworthy. I mean, some of the other sites that occasionally had good gaming information for Blizzard games was like Tempo Storms, that website. Their meta snapshot for Hearthstone was like really fucking good. Wowhead is bad for the game. I mean, dude, you can say like, you can say having readily accessible food is bad for human happiness. You live in this world, like get over it, right? I mean, like somebody's going to put the information out there at this point. Websites like Maxroll and stuff like that, yes, you don't have the discovery of a video game anymore the way that you used to, but it's just like, you can't do anything about it. That's like the time we live in. Information is readily available. I think that, yes, it does make the world a worse place. I'm not like hard disagreeing with you, right? But it's like complaining about it is just like kind of not even worth it. It's just our existence now, right? when I was playing, not really this game, but when I was playing this game, you know, we were still going to the library for homework. Is MMO Champion still a thing? I don't think so. I don't think that it's still run. Yeah, I think Wowhead's a phenomenal website, right? But I do think that it is reasonable, like when you think about Wowhead, to be like, oh man, it was better when I just had to explore in World of Warcraft, right? But MMO Champion was fucking insane. Elitish Jerks too used to be really fucking good. Yeah, good times, man. Arena Junkies, yeah. Warcraft bots, man, good shit. Skillcapped, bro. I forgot about Skillcapped. Oh man, and they had all of the arena teams were sponsored by them too. All right, so now we got Mists of Pandaria. Mists of Pandaria. What a great expansion. You know, we're just rating the cinematics right now, but man, Mists of Pandaria was a phenomenal expansion. I'm bummed that I didn't get to play Classic Mob.
To ask why we fight.
I liked the pandas.
Is to ask why the leaves fall. It is in the...
Also, I think that the writing, maybe I'm just like a Jack Black Kung Fu Panda stan. Like, I love all of the music to Mop. I love the writing. I love Lord Walker Cho. I do also want to put out the fact that when this came out, I wasn't as online as I was before. And I could be wrong about this, but I'm pretty sure the only thing that I was watching, getting ready for MOP, I remember being in my college dorm room. And I would have been a sophomore in college. And I lived in U-Haul, right on Union Square. I was going to NYU in New York City. I remember the room exactly. My roommate's name was Chris, who... It's a funny story, so I'm going to tell it. This is a little bit off topic. But Chris, he lived down the hall from me freshman year. And I lived with two guys named Carlos and Nick. And we knew that we were going to keep living with each other. We loved being roommates. And Chris, his current roommates didn't want to live with him anymore, because Chris came out as bisexual. And his current roommates didn't want to live with him anymore, which is like, whatever. I don't think it was like that fucked up or anything. Like, he likes dudes, so I guess the guys were like nervous about, like, I don't know. I think it's stupid, but it's like, whatever. It's like your living condition. I don't care. But I was like, Chris, I'll be your roommate. And not only will I be your roommate, but I'm excited to be your roommate. You're a good fucking dude, right? So he's my roommate. Never once was there ever anything weird or anything like that, because people can live with you. Like, that's fucking, I think that it's stupid personally. Chris was fucking awesome. And Chris hit, ban that guy. And that's when I found out that butt stuff was cool. No, but Chris, Hogar, thank you very much for the Twitch Prime sub. But yeah, so Chris actually showed me a bunch of really cool stuff, and none of it was gay sex. Chris showed me Battlestar Galactica. He showed me Doctor Who, a bunch of shows that I'd never seen before. He was a film student. But one time I left school for like the holidays, and I brought a bunch of my friends from Atlantic City back to New York, because it was a friend's birthday party. And, my friends from Atlantic City weren't necessarily the most worldly people, That's not, I didn't get my worldly nature from Atlantic City, let me tell you that much. So I drive up, and all of my friends from Atlantic City are behind me. I open the door to my dorm, and all of the lights are on. I didn't think anybody was supposed to be home. All of the fucking lights are on. You can see straight into the bedroom. The first thing I see is an Apple laptop playing Magnolia. Chris is fully fucking clothed on his knees and there's a naked dude, and Chris is sucking his dick. He's fully naked, and Chris is sucking his dick. And he's holding the dick, and he turns around, and he looks at me, and all of these people who he's never met before, my childhood friends from Atlantic City, he says, I swear, it's not what it looks like. I'm not gay. And he goes back to sucking the dick. I still, to this day, think it is the funniest thing that somebody has ever fucking said. It was the coolest fucking moment. I was like, damn, bro, that was so fucking funny, dude. It was so fucking funny, man. That is the most badass anybody has ever looked with a cock in their mouth, bro. Like, it was just like, damn, like, dude, like, he made sucking dick look cool, bro. Like, that shit was fucking cool. Oh, it was so fucking funny. I just remember all my friends were like, seeing me like, what the fuck? But I remember the room clear as day. I remember it clear as day. And I remember from Miss Pandaria, I was getting super fucking excited about it. And I was in my bed in that room, and I remember watching a Total Biscuit YouTube video, because I really only watched like Total Biscuit and like Preach. Those were that was really the only content. And then I never watched. I got super excited. I'm 90% sure it was Total Biscuit. I'm trying to remember. Is that timeline right? Yeah. Rest in peace to the fucking legend, man. That's one of the content creators that got me interested in ever making content in the first place. Fucking GOAT. But is that timeline right? Because I'm pretty sure it was Mr. Pandaria. I remember watching a video. Yeah, okay, cool. And I remember watching some of the stuff for the beta and stuff and just being so excited to fucking play. Did you watch Lore? Yeah, I did watch Lore. And then Lore and I, we were friends back in the day. I haven't talked to him in years and years and years and years at this point. But Lore's a great guy. We had a lot of good times together. I hope he's doing well. But I probably haven't talked to Lore in maybe 5 years. But yeah, I remember watching Total Biscuit Cataclysm content as well. But I remember the Mists of Pandaria one and being so fucking excited. But then I never watched the content, like any other, like much more content. So I didn't even know that people were pissed off about the pandas. Purple, thank you very much for the 3 months. And I think that kind of shows what World of Warcraft was up against. Because there were people who were just like super pissed off about it, and then they saw that other people were pissed off about it. So then, they were all just pissed off about it, right? And information was traveling in a different way. Asmund hates the pandas. Bruh, there's no shot Asmund hates the pandas, bro. Asmund likes the pandas deep down. He says he likes the pandas, he just wants to look tough. Asmund likes the pandas. He likes the pandas, bro. Couldn't you just see, I'm not gonna lie, like, couldn't you just see Asmund late night playing Digimon in Discord with some wolf ears on, bro? Ow! Ow! You can't tell me you can't see that shit, bro. That dude fucks with pandas, alright? That dude likes pandas. Deep down. You can't tell me you can't see him without the wolf ears on. Just yiffing, bro. Asmund's definitely yiffed once or twice, you feel me? He's definitely let out a lone yiff on a night with a full moon illuminating his beautifully haired head. I wanted to do a thing. I always thought it would be so funny. I don't think we'll ever do it now, because I don't think Asmund and I are gonna do much IRL ever. It like individually or probably even together. I think we're much more likely to make like a cool YouTube video together. World's just a fucking crazy place, man. God damn, bro. I mean, not to bring up politics or bring anyone down. I just won't even say it. But shit that happened and people who got hurt and shit. It's just it's scary, man. Yeah, Asmund and I have been talking a whole bunch recently. Yeah, but it's just like I don't want to IRL the way that I used to anymore. I love my life, and I don't need to like chase the content anymore. You know what I mean? Like, I'm here to just have I'm here to have fun and live the good times, and I'm here to share all of the great things in my life with you. Like the Schizos guy, I kind of feel like they did, right? So I'm here to just like share the good times with you, and I'm here to share me as like the best person in the entire world, and I get to I want to share my life with like that we have together with you guys. Don't get any ideas. You gotta subscribe to her content for those ideas, okay? Yeah, follow her on Instagram. It's all going to the same family, you feel me? You feel me? But all jokes aside, I always wanted to do this one stream where I Asmin IRLs like Fur Forest 2027 or some shit. Some furry convention. And he's going around and he's just like, what? Oh, dude, what? Like, you know, and he walks up to this one furry and I just take off the fucking helmet and I go, dude, what are you doing here? I just always wanted to farm that clip so bad. I always really fucking wanted to farm that clip, and I just never fucking... It's never gonna happen now. There's just no shot that we do that at this point. He said one of his friends makes fursuits for a living. Yeah, dude. I mean, that's me, man. All right, let's get back to this.
Nature. Perhaps there is a better question.
No, I am not an Orthodox Jew. God, it's just so good. This one brings in a little bit of comedy, though. It's a little bit goofy, but I actually think that the goofiness is okay. Because it was fun and it's like an adventure. And the other thing that I like about it is they're not named characters. And this part's sick.
Why do we fight?
Yeah, no, I'm not talking about the panda.
And family. To preserve balance and bring harmony. For my kind, the true question is, what is worth fighting for?
Yo, Tiny, thank you for doing that, man. Yo, but seriously, that one is so good. What I will say about the Mists of Pandaria one, it's very different at this point because you're not getting any villain, right? You're not getting any villain. It's a little bit silly, but the thing that's cool is as a Horde or Alliance player, You kind of get to pick your champion and put yourself in the shoes again, which is a nice return to form, in my opinion. You get to see a character that you're going to get to interact with, and the mists reveal as you watch on this journey, and then you get to see the whole thing. It's not hype in the way that like just raw combat is, but I think it is hype because you're excited about what you get to explore. And you see the new monk class, which was a really fucking big deal because, you know, we hadn't had a new class since Death Knight, right? So it was pretty exciting. I think that it's in this good tier. I mean, this should be S, A, B. I'm actually going to change these because these are like condescending ass like tiers. Like I think that this is like a pre-made tier. A, Jesus. Jeez Louise, man. What's going on with me? A and B. And then I don't need to change the other ones. Are you fucking kidding me? Am I stupid as hell? Damn, I'm so dumb. But yeah, you get the idea. I think that this is an A tier. I don't remember Cataclysm as well as the other ones. I guess I was randomly watching it one night. Mia went to bed. I don't remember liking this one. I still don't get who is putting the armor on him. Who is putting the armor on him?
The world heaves with my torment.
It's the Twilight cultists? The Twilight Hammer? Okay, that makes sense. I forgot about them. Yeah, I forgot he had that whole cult. I think I remember why I hated this now. I hated it because it destroyed stuff I liked.
But at last, the whole of Azeroth will break.
Yeah, I don't like that. It still makes me upset.
Will burn beneath the shadow of my wing.
It took too long to fix, yeah. I mean, that is such an insane shot. But it is also like, why would he just land on Stormwind? And why would he land on Stormwind, make the sickest loading screen ever, but then just not destroy it? Like, he is actually just aura farming, bro. It is actually an aura farm. I actually don't really. It's not that good. No, it is kind of sick. Okay, am I wrong? Am I moving it down because he's ruining stuff that I like? Like, is it actually good? And I'm just being a little bit of a bitch because he's ruining stuff that I like and that it doesn't make sense. From a cinematic standpoint, if you take out the lore, it's actually like kind of A tier. Like, if you take out all of the implications to the story and you take out the memory, it's actually just like a good expansion and it's a cool fucking dragon. Also, dude, the pre-patch event was fucking crazy cool. Do you remember, like, Deathwing would just fly over and fucking randomly kill people? That shit was so fucking cool. I always say this, like, when you actually talk about, like, the fucking, dude, we are only rating the fucking cinematics, boys. Only the cinematics. That achievements. Oh yeah, you got the achievement for dying to him, right? But the thing is like, with Cataclysm, I said this over and over again with Wrath. One of the strongest things about Wrath, like one of the strongest things about Wrath, is that the Lich King is omnipresent. Whether you're leveling, whether you're in a dungeon, and even like when you're kind of getting into like some of the raids and you're looking outside and you're always thinking about the Lich King. You know that he is there, and you are so excited to kick his fucking bitch ass. And that is a really powerful thing. I think they did a good job with it in Cataclysm, but I just got to college when Cataclysm came out, and I started having a lot of fun, like going out, meeting all these new people in college and having like the new college experiences. So I feel like I didn't maybe give everything in Cataclysm as much time as it deserved. But the raids really didn't make much sense, like in the overall story, is kind of how it felt. Like the beginning raid tier felt bad. Like I didn't like the leveling experience. I thought was bad. The beginning raid tiers were bad. The added dungeons were pretty fucking cool. The Firelands was really good, and that questing hub leading up to Firelands was pretty good. And then yeah, I think that besides that, God, maybe was Twilight Citadel's not that bad of a raid. Maybe I just don't think of it as highly because I don't think I actively did it. Yeah, I don't know. But then if I had to rearrange these based off of which expansion, so this is the cinematics. Do you guys agree with this as the cinematics? Last chance to try to change my mind on anything. Do you agree with this as cinematics? Cata B. You think Cata B? That's reasonable. Yeah, I think this is pretty close. I think WoD is S tier for the cinematics though. Then if I was gonna really quickly rearrange this based off of like how good they actually were as expansions, Legion is dangerously close to S. Legion's actually dangerously close to S, and Mop's dangerously close to S, right? So like these kind of deserve to be in a league of their own. Mop and Legion are like kind of S tier. They're like actually kind of S tier. They are so fucking good. Then on the mid front, honestly, I actually think WoD deserves a B. I kind of think WoD is just as good as Cataclysm in some ways, but Cataclysm is better. BFA, Dragonlance, The War Within. I actually think The War Within is like mid, but not as good as WoD. BFA is... You can't see everything perfectly here. Here, wait, let's do this. There you go. Now you can see. BFA is one of the worst expansions ever. Shadowlands is one of the worst expansions ever. Dragonflight, I didn't play enough. But I actually think this is like pretty much the tier list for actual gameplay. I think that this game, The War Within, is so close to actually being a good WoW expansion if you actually played the whole expansion. If they took out all of the fucking FOMO, all of the weekly chores, and you just raided, Mop is an S tier for sure. I just think that the Holy Trinity, the first three, are kind of in a tier of their own. These are so good. If every expansion was as good as Legion and Mists of Pandaria, I wouldn't play any other game. Period. Like these are two of the best games to ever exist. But this is just God level. This is God working, bro. And then actually trying to put these in order is like impossible. I think that like my order for those, I think Wrath is my favorite, but I don't think it's objectively the best. I think it's because of my memories, the friends that I was playing with, and I was like really good at the game and I achieved everything that I wanted to do. And then it ended in a nice way where I went to college right after it was over. And I remember like, I just have a lot of good memories. And then Classic's fucking Classic, and then Burning Crusade. Burning Crusade probably is better than Classic in some ways, but the issue with WoW is we're never getting back to the point where you have that full journey of leveling again. Like, the journey of leveling, dude, they also are not telling us anything about Classic Plus. What if they actually just make WoW 2 and it's like Classic Plus, WoW 2? They make a new server that's Classic for leveling with maybe a few added things or not. And then you just play to Burning Crusade. Maybe even play to Wrath, maybe not. And then it's progressive from there. But it's actually WoW 2, like its own client and server and stuff. That could be interesting. I doubt that they will. You used to see a level 80 next to you and you shit your pants. See, that was the thing. That's the thing though that's not their fault though too. Because like now people know life games in like such a different way. Like I remember playing Classic WoW and being like, okay, I'm going to stop and I'm going to go to the beach and I'm going to play with my friends. And we talked about WoW the same time, like the whole time. But like people just don't play games like the same way that they used to anymore. Everything's super fucking min-max. They're never making WoW 2. Stop coping. Dude, I'm going to be honest. You have no idea. You actually have no idea. Yo, Anonymous, thank you so much for getting that sub. When there's enough money in it, they will do it. Now, will it be good? Probably not. Probably not. But the thing is they totally will. They at a certain point will be forced to make a WoW 2. There are a lot of interesting things that I'm not even sure if like I can say because I was working at the company at the time, but I'm pretty sure I'm good. Like, people were like talking shit on like Warlords of Draenor. And Warlords of Draenor was like one of the like, it like made them a shitload of money compared to the other games. So it was like, there sometimes your perception of when the game is successful and when the game is not successful is like going to be wrong. WoD made like a fuck ton of money. It had it sold more expansions than other copies. China release was farming, and they were making more money in microtransactions than ever before. And at the end of the day, they're a business. So that is what matters more than anything else, right? WoW 2 would cannibalize WoW, and they allow whales on WoW now. Dude, trust me. Trust me. They will eventually one day probably need to do it. Yeah, the movie, massive marketing, you're 100% correct. You are 100% correct. But yeah, I think the biggest issue with The War Within is just, it's a shitload of fucking FOMO mechanics, all of these terrible chores grinds and things like that. When you put down this game, you came back because you wanted to come back. It kept you going with incredible jigsaw progression. It didn't have as much competition. That much was definitely sure. There weren't as many things catching your attention and pulling you away, but it was a very different feeling. It was a very different feeling. What's your take on the add-on changes? TBD, right? I don't want to sit there and shit on the add-on changes before I've actually played it. I think from a UI standpoint, from what I've seen in the beta, it looks relatively fine. Yo, Limp, thank you very much for the 3 months. But it really depends where it finally ends up landing, you know? So I think that it actually might be a good thing to move that way because I think that it'll, you know, I think the more interesting thing is the add-on changes. It's add-on changes while also majorly pruning classes. And look, I'm a sweat. You know, I sit there and I watch a preheat video and I take notes and I learn how to play mage, and I do enjoy it to a certain degree. Did you play Ion 2? Yeah, I wasn't a huge fan, truth be told. Warlock, for example, is so fucking dog shit easy to play right now, and I think it's better for the game that it is. And I hope that they make WoW easier to play and slightly lower where the ceiling is. Make it so people play entire expansions, not playing just a season. Make the runway for the gear that you need to overlevel something more obtainable so more people can play the game again. Dude, Andy, you beautiful, handsome human being. Hello. But yeah, I really think, love you too, man. Dude, we gotta like catch up in the real world. I actually think I will be in Texas soon. I think I will be. Bro, it's always funny when like you have your friends pop into stream and you're just complaining about WoW for 15 years straight. And then you're like, fuck, feel kind of awkward. Like, man, it's just like, it's like one of my normal friends just being like, and then they came out with the Burning Crusade. And the Burning Crusade, the thing that I didn't like was actually the fact that, and it was too green. It was too green. I feel kind of like, yeah, no, I'm just fucking complaining about the same shit for God knows how many fucking years. It's fucking wild, man. But I still care so much about it. Maybe it's autism, maybe it's Maybelline. I don't fucking know. I really don't fucking know. I do think that I started to realize that like I'm actually not only a World of Warcraft autist, but a train autist. When the second that I had more free time and I wasn't streaming, I just started building toy soldiers and painting them all the time. And then like when Mia would walk up to me and start talking to me about something, I'm like, you can't interrupt me. That's heresy. It was real bad, man. It was real bad. But yeah, no, we do complain because we care. That's what my parents said about me as well. And that's how we feel about World of Warcraft. I genuinely do hope that at some point they make World of Warcraft 2. I just hope that they don't do it with the current development team. They're not dolls. They're not dolls. They're soldiers with stories. Fuck you, Fubs. They are soldiers with stories. Mia's Barbie dolls are dolls. That's why they're called Barbie dolls. Her and my mom are both cringe as fuck. Dude, this is like the 8th WoW tier list I made today. Ain't no way they gotta abandon current WoW. Dude, you talk about fragmenting current WoW. Retail, I think, will become a testing ground for a WoW 2. I think it will become a testing ground for a WoW 2. And they can do a lot of things to make good on purchases that happened in the other game if they want to. They probably wouldn't even need to. But the thing is they can keep pushing retail to wherever they want to push retail to. It's been a testing ground for years. Yeah, dude. We're just rats running around in a fucking maze, man. But I genuinely do think that it could be a testing ground for WoW 2. They could start at the beginning. WoW needs another leveling journey. It does. It just does. Leveling in the War Within, and I liked Season 1 of the War Within. Leveling fucking sucked. It was horrible. It was too short. I finished 8 characters in 2 days. 8 characters in 2 days in the fucking pre-release that you could pay to be in. And then they all had a shitload of fucking gear already. How fucking stupid is that? I don't care about any of those characters the same way. Characters are so disposable now. And then when the remixes come out and all of this stuff, then you instantly just get other stuff. There's no consequence. Now, I do think that the War Within had some of the worst leveling. I think that the leveling in Dragonflight was better. The leveling in Cataclysm was kind of bad. The leveling in WoD was fucking incredible. Leveling was incredible in WoD. Mop leveling was incredible. Wrath leveling is pretty goddamn good. I actually think WoD leveling might have been better than Legion leveling. Legion leveling just had fucking stake built in. Like, you actually just had a slot machine. There was literal crack cocaine. They were like, at any time during anything you do, you could get the best piece of gear that you've ever had. And it was crack cocaine. I'll never forget, though, when we were doing the shows for Wrath of the Lich King, they were so fucking green, and it was impossible to correct the cameras and to make shit not look like crap. And there was like a running joke that we were all going to dye our hair so we didn't look like shit. Oh, it was so fucking bad. Oh my god. Curse character go again. That was the worst part about it.